I did every single Thursday for the next 2 years, and then I graduated with excellence in acting from there. But that was really like my start, and I tell that story to so many people, and it's just so memorable every time I tell it, because I like picture myself back in that room and everything all over again. And, it's just been a ride since then.
Yeah, that was amazing. I think that's already in my memory bank, and I think we learned a lesson from now. It's like, why pay them when they can pay you? I mean, I guess that's just a thing. It's like, instead of paying for learning, you're learning for free just for picking up the phone. I think we learned a really good lesson right there.
Yeah.
But
I just can't even believe that.
but of course, the fun doesn't stop here. We've got more as well, too. We'll talk about some of your films. You're listening to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com. Powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking for a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show is also brought to you by Evan Fine of the Senior Reserve Group. When you start a business or own a business for a while, who are you going to call for sole proprietorship insurance? Why not call the expert, Evan Fine of Senior Reserve Group, for all your health insurance needs. Call today. Evan can be reached at 1-800-650-9357. That's 1-800-650-9357 or Evan Fine at seniorreservegroup.com. Licensed in 7 states, in New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Delaware, South Carolina, and Florida. Also, The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on themikewagnershow.com. Also on Facebook and facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can like, invite friends, share, and check our episodes. You can also download and listen on SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and also you can also watch the interview on YouTube as well. We're here with up-and-coming actress Laura Stetman, who got her start at 3 years old performing some Disney, and she also attended Gary Spatz's The Playground, which we just heard about, one of the most memorable stories that I've ever heard on how to get in. She also starred in many short films, features, TV series, web series, including Hayes, Skitz, and also on 360 TV, and she's also got some upcoming as well, too. She's been on Slideshow, also upcoming The Things We Lose, and Silence is Golden, and of course had The Secret Life of the American Teenager. And first of all, let's just talk about some of the films you've been in. You got your start in Secret Life of the American Teenager. You can just tell a little bit about that.
All right. Well, actually, it's a funny story, because it was actually the first time I'd been to LA and I've ever been doing background work. So I went there not knowing really how it was going to go. And so I signed in. You do the voucher thing, you sit down, and basically they're like, okay, we'll call you when we need background. So I'm talking to the other actors there, and I'm like, hey, have you done this before? I mean, I've never done this before, but the reason I wanted experience is I wanted experience on an actual real life professional set. So what they did is they had just a hallway scene, basically, where Ben is talking with Grace in the hallway, and then there's a whole bunch of us background that play students, and we're just walking through the hallway, going to our lockers and everything like that. So basically, they said action, and then we just walked back and forth. Great, let's do the scene again. All right, and action. All right, and background. And so, I kind of learned exactly how that went. But I guess it was kind of memorable, or maybe I was good at walking, or they liked what I was wearing or whatever, because then they promoted me to featured. So they were just like, hey, can you come here? And I was like, oh, me? Okay, sure. So I walked up there. It's so awkward. And they're like, okay, I want you to walk right past Ben as he's going towards Grace, okay? And I was like, okay. He's like, and I'll cue you. And I'm like, all right. And so, yeah, did that. And then, I walked right past Ben. And so you can see that in the episode. So that's basically just the smallest thing that I've ever done on a big production. But that was like my first start on a real life, like feature film set, TV shows and like the whole backlot. So that was really cool.
Yeah, it sounds like it too. You also been in Lindsay's World, Space Navy, and Skitz on 360 TV, Worlds of Purgatory, and of course you've been featured on Skitz. You can just tell us about that on 360 TV.
Okay, yeah, Skitz is really interesting because it's a faith-based TV show. It's think like Saturday Night Live, but with a Christian sort of twist.
Okay.
The odd part is that I actually got contacted by Dave Siriano. He's the producer of the show. And he said, hey, I've seen your reel. I see that you live in Orlando. I would really love if you auditioned for my show. And I was like, okay. So I'm like thinking, what is this about? What is this about? And so I watched his other shows that he filmed back when he was in New York. And I immediately freaked out because it's very like there's like Bible verses, and I have not read the Bible like ever in my entire life. So I was like, okay, I'm not sure I'm really going to be a good fit for this. So I went down there. He invited me to go to the studio, and I went down there and introduced myself. And he starts out with introducing me to the rest of the cast, and then showing me the recording studio, the stage, and just the whole like sound stage and everything where we're gonna film. And then he takes me back to the recording studio, and he's like, so I've heard a lot of great things about your work, and I've seen your reel, and I just wanted to see if you were interested in being on our show. And I was like, I mean, that's absolutely fantastic. I would love to, but I need to be honest about something. And he's like, all right. And I was like, I have never read the Bible. Is that going to be a problem? And he's like, oh, okay. Well, no, it's no, I don't think so. It's very, do you believe in God, Laura? And I said, yes, I do. And he's like, do you pray? And I said, yes, I believe in the power of prayer. And he's like, that's all you need. That's all you need for this. There's going to be people who have gone to church their whole life that will know more about the Bible, but that's not what this show is about. It's going to be about biblical characters in a sense, but we're mainly going to, switch it into a Saturday Night Live, and turn it into little skits with, faith-based messages along the way. And I was like, oh, okay. So I was doing that for about a couple months, and people were really shocked because everyone had read the Bible, everyone had grown up in church, and I was like the only one that didn't. But I guess I sold it pretty well because they're like, oh yeah, the story of like Mary and Joseph. I'm like, oh yeah. And they're like, you know Mary, right? Because I remember there was a skit and it was all about Mary. And I was like, oh, can you clarify this part? And that's when they didn't know. And most of them were shocked that I even was casted in it, because they had all been to church and everything. So, I mean, that's just a message to, I think, any actors or actresses out there. You don't necessarily have to fit the mold of everybody else and what they're doing, and be exactly like them. You just be you. And sometimes that's just enough. So it sounds like the message is simply be open-minded. You never know what good will come out of it. That's what it sounds like. Absolutely. Yep. It sounds amazing too, and I can imagine when the shooting's done for the day or the series is done, you're like, thank God it's done. Well, I mean, I enjoy the characters that I play for sure. They're very fun, and now we have so many people on the cast that they cast based on type, because they can be like, oh, okay, Laura's really good at playing like this quirky, kind of doesn't fit in sort of type, so that's more like this character in the Bible. And I'm like, okay, great, awesome, cast me as that. But yeah, it's just it's fun in itself. I like the messages, and I absolutely love the cast, and we have such a good time. And the thing that I enjoy the most about it is that it's very, very professional, with having like their own studio, the recording studio. We've even done like music videos, little parodies of like Grease, but we call it Grace. So it's
nice.
like,
I
yeah,
like that.
it's great. It's great. Dave, he comes out with like the best stuff ever. So yeah.
Yes, grace is the word. I can imagine that. Now you're getting that song in my head, which is a good thing. And can we still see Skitz on 360 TV?
Oh yeah, you can. It's on the Roku channel. And then it's also on the Skitz 360 Live YouTube channel as well. And you can also follow it on Facebook. It's just Skitz at 360 TV.
That is amazing, too. And we'll get to the films as well, too. But first of all, you're listening to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking for a professional website without breaking a budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable, custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Evan Fine of the Senior Reserve Group. When you start thinking about retirement, who are you going to call about Medicare? Why call the best? Evan Fine of Senior Reserve Group, specializing in Medicare, health, and long-term care insurance. Evan can be reached at 1-800-650-9357. That's 1-800-650-9357. Or email to evanfine@seniorreservegroup.com. Evan is licensed in New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Delaware, South Carolina, and Florida. Also, The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on themikewagnershow.com. Also on Facebook at facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can also download and listen to episodes on SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also, check out the interviews on YouTube as well. We're here with Laura Stetman, who began performing at 3 years old, playing many Disney characters and coming from Steamboat Springs to San Diego, and now she's in the big time. She's been in Hazed, Skitz 360 TV, and also she's been in Slideshow and Coming Up, The Things We Lose, and Silence is Golden. And, of course, we got more as well, too. And I think Hazed has been featured as well, too, so you can just tell us a little bit about that.
All right. Well, Hazed is actually one of my awesome projects that I hold dear to my heart because it's where I met the boyfriend that I have right now. So we met on set. But before that, I actually did a short film called Dollhouse. It's a very psychological thriller film. And it was so good that the director from Hazed, Dale, actually decided to call me and say, like, oh, I saw you in Dollhouse, and I saw that it was really good, and I would really love to cast you in my short film Hazed. And so I kind of asked him, like, oh, what's it about? All I knew was he was going to enter it into the OIF Challenge, which is the Orlando International Film Festival Challenge. So I was like, okay, that sounds really cool. Sure, yeah, tell me about it. And he's like, well, I'm thinking about casting you for the lead because I just saw Dollhouse, and that was pretty messed up and scary, so I think you do well here. And I'm like, oh, great. All right, what do we got going on here then? He's like, all right, well, you will be playing a co-ed that walks into this house on a dare, and basically there's been murders going on in this house. And you have to go ahead and like take a couple selfies and basically, take pictures and spend the night in that house, and make it out alive. And I was like, all right, cool. So the premise of it sounded really awesome. And then, of course I said yes. And then when I got there, I see that it's filmed at a house that's not decorated like a haunted house at all. And there's literally just this green sheet that he puts over like his living room wall. And then there's like a camera facing it and everything. And I'm like, okay, this is going to be green screen.
Oh my
All right.
goodness.
Exactly. So that was a surprise. I was like, all right, so this is great. Go ahead and walk me through this, Dale. And he's like, all right, so basically when you come in here, the door is going to be about this high. You're going to walk in. Don't worry about camera, Laura. I just want you to worry about the action. You're going to walk in, and then I want you to look around as if you're in a dusty, rafty kind of house. And so I rehearsed it a couple of times, and good thing I'm great with my imagination, because that's all I really needed to do. And then he called action, and that was how we started the set. And I was like, oh, all right.